What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED and LCD gameplay video for you guys today. And today, I figured we'd do the Outer Worlds. Now, I think I might have done this on a couple things way back in the past when it first came out. But I think it was like maybe just the G15 Advantage. I don't even know if I had the Steam Deck back then. So, with the second game coming out relatively soon, hell, by the time these come out, the second game might have already came out. I don't technically even remember when it's supposed to come out. I just know it's going to come out soon. So I figured, why don't we go and test the original game and see how that does on everything first. Just for fun. No one requested this one. This is just sometimes I throw some stuff I want to do in there too, because I don't get enough requests to only do requests after all, and I need something to constantly have an upload schedule. So most of the time I'll just put some stuff out myself, and then sometimes I'll throw some some requested stuff in the mix too. So for now, we're just gonna go and start on the weakest systems I got, which are the Steam Decks. That's not a hit at them saying they're crap or anything, it's just a fact. They are the weakest PCs I have. So we will start there and we'll work our way up to the top of the line stuff at the end of all the videos. So let's go get started, shall we?
All right, well, we're gonna just start off with the default, and I'm not gonna lie, this time around I was almost tempted to just not do that because I thought it was way too overzealous. I was like, man, we're only getting 20 FPS. But I was like, yeah, well, lots of setting screens get horrible FPS, but then you get into the game and you get perfectly playable FPS. So I figured we'd at least try it. If it sucks, we'll only get like a minute or so of gameplay, but if it's at least somewhat playable, we'll get the usual amount. So I guess let's hop on into the game and let's see what's what.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful. Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down. If drive is
Shit.
evaporated.
A waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out.
Now we will also try just everything on low, just to see what we can get. If I remember correctly, it still cannot quite get no 60, but at least does a little bit better here and there. But there's some spots where it's not really that much better, so maybe in those we're CPU bottlenecked or something. But regardless, why don't we go ahead and go hop back into the game and let's go see what it can do now.
Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
I just got a fine bonus.
Serves you right, dissident.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring Hello. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience.
Now we'll do the same thing on the OLED. We'll start just on the default, very high settings. I think I might have accidentally forgot to turn off motion blur. Hopefully not, but if I did, luckily this game's at least 20% of it, so it's not as noticeable. But regardless, I like to turn that off because I don't like it at all. But that's just me. It's not like it affects the performance or anything. But why don't we now hop into the game?
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. To To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Now we shall do low on the OLED here, just like we did on the LCD bottle. I don't know, it seemed like it did a little bit better. But maybe that was just placebo. But still had some stutters and whatnot. I think that game just has those no matter what you play on. Unfortunately. But that, I think, was one of the big problems with it when it first came out, too. I guess they have not fixed it. Anyway, why don't we get into the game?
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Much obliged.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Alright, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now.
The settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance.
Okay.
I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yes.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
You got it.
The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
I have 8.
Gotta do that since we got a gun now.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Alright, looks like we are off on a journey. Unfortunately, the game just can't hit a constant 60, but I really wasn't expecting it to. But at least now we can stay over friggin' 30, which is really all I care about on a handheld like this. Now if I was playing, and this is my only thing, I'd probably go a step further, figure out what it drops down to, and then just set the Steam Deck's internal thing to just lock it to that. And then it'd probably be a lot smoother. You wouldn't see as many frame time spikes. Although, it seems to, no matter what, have big frame time skips off and on, just as you're running around. Or at least it did on very high. Maybe that'll stop now. Yeah, attack. Okay, it doesn't look like it's a super long journey. From what it looked like before, it looks like I was going to be walking for like 10 minutes just to get to the damn town. Luckily, that's not the case. I wanted to get to a town and see how it ran in a town, too. So that all works out great for me. I don't like when I just get stuck underground or something.
Where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
Just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Yeah? Every single one of you seems like a friggin' walking advertisement.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
I don't remember.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see. 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin
well, it looks like we're going to have to
He's a special
pretend to be the
case.
mafia for a little
You may
while
wanna
here.
twist his
Get
arm
this
a
guy
little.
his money.
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Suspicious.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy, I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Alright, I think that's more than good. We could probably sit there and talk to just him for 20 minutes, but let's move on. Like I said, I wanted to at least get into town and walk around a little bit, see what it's like. Because for all we know, we get into town and it drops to 10 FPS or something silly like that. And I want to know. And see how long loading times take and all that stuff too. That's always fun for a video like this. Obviously, if it was a playthrough video, then everyone would be like, wow, why are you showing loading screens and stuff? That's so unprofessional. And yeah, of course it would be, but that's not what we're doing here. If I do have to play through a game at the same time, it's kind of just a bonus. Ah, see, look, now that we're in town, now we're down to the 40s. But as long as we can still stay over 30, I'm alright. Like, this isn't great, but hey, this is about the FPS I'm used to playing games on the Steam Deck, so this is completely normal for me. If I can get into the 50s and 60s, so much the better, but it's not usual, unless you're playing an older game, which just technically is now. I think this came out in 2020. But if you start dropping under 30, it seems it starts doing that once you get to the, yeah, right around the 2020s. I guess we're going down. We're up? Nope, we're going up. Up, 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 up. And away!
The grease monkey up. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Alright, I think we will actually move on. Alright, now for some camera recorded gameplay on the OLED here. Probably go through here then. Ooh. Oh, never mind. We're back in the same spot here. That's just her spot. So we gotta go further down this way, probably. Hopefully. We'll see.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
How the hell did I miss that? Jeez. Alright, are we done with the mines? mushrooms. Oh, but I got skill points I still gotta use.
Inside voices.
Holy shit. Awesome. Alright, what were you guys keeping in here? Alright, well, glad I came over here. Got some cool shit. Ooh, an assault rifle? Nice. I should probably start using that versus the pistol.
To poke around in here.
Oh, we're not getting through that. Definitely not getting through the front door, so I guess let's look for another way in. Nope. Not that obvious. There's probably some, like, sewer way in or something like that. I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm assuming. So we'll just look around for it. That's all we can really do right now. Well, who knows? Maybe there's some way I can jump on the roof. Maybe go down those pipes. Ow.
Sweeping the area.
Okay, so there's definitely something there. What the fuck are you? You look like a giant leech. Aw, they're not gonna let me climb up there like in Skyrim, are they? Nope, they thought about that. I could walk right up that shit and just climb right onto their building, and then it'd be easy to get in, probably. Darn. Yeah, and that side's still, that might be the same side I started out looking at, but I could have sworn I looked on the other side, so both are messed up. Oh, the guy gave me a code. Maybe I just have to put a code in somewhere and it'll let me in. Ah, here we go.
Here they come.
Ah! Probably should use melee on him. I'm gonna waste all my ammo. Alright, actually, you know what? This is probably a pretty good spot to stop, but I want to explore just a tiny bit more. Let's go look around. Because I think I got like 9 minutes or something on the other video. I try to keep them similar. Ooh, what does this guy have? He looks like a scientist. Oh, he is a scientist, but doesn't have anything. Okay. I'll probably gonna get over encumbered soon. Ooh, another thingy. And if you weren't paying attention, you'd go right past it. Oh, see, there's another thingy.
Easy.
Alright, there's a frickin' thing right there. And I think now, we're at 9 minutes, now we will go wrap the video on up and we'll continue from here on the Allies.
Alright guys, that's a wrap for the Outer Worlds on the Steam Deck LCD and OLED. It seemed to be pretty playable, maybe not maxed out, although that still stayed above 30 quite often, but had some dips down into like 25s. Every time it would have like a little stutter that it tends to have as you walk around, it would drop down under 30. But besides that, in the areas I was at, it was at least able to stay over 30. Now towns, depending on how big they are, that might be both of theirs Achilles heel, unless you're on low. But even then, it still was dropping down into the 40s and 50s sometimes on both of them in certain parts of the town. But still, completely playable, just not if you're one of those people like me who likes 60 plus, but I'm different when it comes to handhelds. I don't expect no 60 on every game. On older ones, sure, like way older than this. But for stuff like this, I kind of expect 30, 40 FPS. So if I can turn things down low and get like 60, 70 with some drops into the 50s, I'm all right with that. But in any case, we'll have to see how the Allies do with it, because that is next after all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.